our discussion, which is investment planning. So for investments, there are some basic principles which you should know. First, the most important is that when you make any investment, you earmark it for your specific goal. Suppose your money is getting accumulated in your provident fund, you will preferably earmark it for your retirement. You are investing in PPF account of your son, you may probably earmark it for his education or his marriage. So the benefit of earmarking this particular investment with your goal is that when you intend to discontinue that investment or withdraw that investment, you will realize immediately, oh, if I withdraw my PF money, my retirement goal will get jeopardized. So this is the benefit of, and plus, while you when you review your investments with your goal, if it is mapped with individual investment individual goal, then you will realize कि आप किस में बराबर चल रहे हैं और किस में आप पीछे अटक गए हैं. अगर if your investment is not growing as per the expected goal, then you may probably have to increase your allocation to that investment. जैसे as the saying goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This equally, or this is most important principle in investing. So don't invest all your money in one class. Generally, I have observed that people over invest in particular asset class. Generally, the old people would buy property, real estate. Many people, even chartered accountants, are overweight on real estate, which is not advisable. There are basically four asset class: equity, debt, gold, and real estate. But for practical purposes, everybody cannot make investment in real estate because it is used some. So there are two basic products: debt and equity. As a thumb rule, 100 minus your age is the proportion of your allocation to equity. This may vary depending on your goals and tenure to your how distant or how far you are from your goal. Once you have decided your asset allocation, अब जो सपोज आपका इक्विटी आ गया 60%, then don't put all 60% investment in investing in one company or mutual fund of one mutual fund house or even one category of mutual fund. So you have to diversify the same asset class across various options also. कई लोग जैसे मुझे बताते हैं, हमने we had started investing in mutual fund 10 years back. I'm not seen in 10 years. Now I've seen this paper. Can you just tell me what is the worth of this investment? And then I find that there's a mutual fund scheme which they were investing in has stopped performing for last 4 years, 4 5 years. So they have lost 4 5 years of better returns. So it is not only asset allocation or diversification. I consider a review of investment or investing like betting on a रेस कोर्स. आपने पैसा आपका रेस कोर्स में लगाया है, तो आपको ध्यान रखना जरूरी है कि आपका जो घोड़े पे बैट लगाया है वो रेस आफ्टर रेस परफॉर्म कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है. अगर वो घोड़ा, इफ द हॉर्स हैज स्टॉप परफॉर्मिंग, देन यू हैव टू चेंज योर बैट्स. So the same applies to your investments also. So you have to review your investments whether it is able to give you the returns at least equal to the benchmark, and if not, then you have to switch or shift your investment. The ideal period for making for reviewing your investment is 1 year, and preferably no better day than your birthday or your marriage anniversary in case you are married. Once you have done the review, then you may realize कि the base allocation मैंने जैसे दो I have allocated my investment in two pot, one debt and one equity. Equity is supposed to be 60, debt is supposed to be 40. I'm giving hypothetical example. So जैसे अभी ये कोविड की वजह से the equity valuation have come down, so then probably this 60 must have gone down to 45, and this proportion of debt must have gone up. So then you have to rebalance. So then pour some portion from your debt in equity, and when the equity goes up and then its proportion goes up above 60%, then also you have to do this rebalancing task. So you can do rebalancing task once in a year, except during these special circumstances when the market corrects heavily, then you have to do in between review of your investment. कई लोग, जैसे आपने एक घर खरीदा 1 करोड़ में एंड यू सोल्ड इट फॉर 5 करोड़. Your friend bought shares for 100 rupee and bought sold the same for 500 after 5 years. Both were held for 5 years. If you ask anybody, generally people who are not related with finance line will tell you the flat investment was good because he made the 1 crore profit without realizing that the money in both the cases has multiplied by multiplied twice. So this happens because आपको वो 1 करोड़ दिखता है और यहाँ पे सिर्फ 100 रुपया बढ़ा हुआ दिखता है. This is called large value bias, and this large value bias only motivates people to invest in real estate. Otherwise, real estate is not a good investment due to many reasons which we'll discuss some other time. Now the gold prices have been going up for last 2 years, and people have been asking me, should I invest in gold? Good, see, the gold has given so decent returns. So the the gold has given you returns for last 2 years, but prior to that 8 years it did not give you much return. So this is you feel that the gold is giving good return because it has given you good return for last 2 years. This is called recency bias. वैसे बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टमेंट के बायस है. I'm going to discuss three biases only. Up when you buy some shares, when it goes from 100 to 200, you sell that share. But when the 100 rupee becomes 90, you do not book the loss because कहीं ना कहीं आपका ईगो हर्ट होता है. अरे नहीं नहीं, मेरा डिसीजन गलत नहीं हो सकता है. दिस विल रिकवर लेटर ऑन. So this is lost aversion or regret aversion bias, which probably is the cause for we people losing lots of